I'm catching up on some of my symphony reviews. There was a concert yesterday, and there was a concert 2 weeks before, conveniently in the same bulletin. And I didn't speak after the Hilary Hahn concert, because what can you say after hearing Hilary Hahn? Yesterday, Jean-Yves Thibaudet played Sanson Piano Concerto. They did a nice job, I think, of really, I like these were good concerts, and fantastic soloists. I'm just going to go in reverse order, piece by piece, and I don't think I have anything bad to say about anything. Let me just make sure. I will reiterate my concern about the constraints that we place upon composers, commissioned composers, that we don't seem to allow them to write pieces longer than 9 minutes. And that was also the case with the Hilary Hahn concert. But here we go. So 6 pieces I'm going to talk about. And this last one, which I'm going to talk about first, really was awesome. Carl Nielsen, Symphony Number 4, The Inextinguishable. I didn't know this piece. I don't know that I could tell you a piece by Carl Nielsen. I know that he's very famous in Finland, Scandinavia. If you were to just say Nielsen to me, I would think of Nielsen Schmielsen. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. It's a fantastic song. Yeah. But Carl Nielsen wrote Symphony Number 4, and he wrote it in, when did he write it? 1914 to 1916, so it's a war piece. It's one movement, and it's just perfectly crafted. Like it at no point did I feel anything other than just sort of marvel at the quality of the music and the integration of all of the different ideas. It's an enormous piece. Single movement, half an hour long. I need to listen to it again. I need to find a recording. I'm sure I could stream it, but I'd like to find a record and get that. Wonderful brass writing, exhilarating brass writing, but some extraordinarily delicate. There was one section where it was just the first violins, sort of as quiet as can be, with a bit of percussion off in the side. It was just fantastic. There was a beautiful, also sort of string orchestra section. Beautiful. Premiered in 1916 in Copenhagen, Denmark. So I was right, Denmark. And all I can say is it was a humdinger of a piece. Second half of the program, so perfect, 36 minutes. Maybe there was a temptation to throw a 10-minute piece of shit on the second half before then, but they resisted that, and I think that it was to everyone's benefit. The first half began with an orchestral arrangement of the Toccata and Fugue in D minor. A more recent transcription, so not the big Stokowski that you would know from Disney's Fantasia. Someone called Skolachevsky, and it was transcribed in 1974. It was great. It makes me realize, in my most recent piano lesson, I'm playing through the preludes and fugues. Finally, I've played at them for my entire life, and I've worked on a couple of them, but now I have a project now. I'm just going through each of them. I'm on number 3 of book 1, so I've just started. But I played the second fugue, and my teacher said that it sounded pianistic. This was a good statement, that it sounded like a piece written for the piano, and that's in part because I have this beautiful new piano that I keep talking about. I have more interest in trying out different things, but one of them is I'm using the pedal, which I can't tell you how much of a shift that is for me. I have all my life taken to heart the idea that Bach on the piano should be played with no pedal. That to use pedal in Bach on the piano is either a cop-out or a misunderstanding. But, you know, I hear this kind of arrangement, or, you know, for me, Bach is always like Heifetz playing that big D minor chaconne, right? Which is not a dry academic exercise. None of these fugues are academic exercises. They're really human pieces that need to be expansive. So why wouldn't I use the pedal? I'm not talking about slamming the pedal down and making it a mush, but why not let the piano breathe with the pedal? When I heard Vikingur Olafsson 2 months ago, right, in New York, and he played the Goldbergs, I'm sure there are people that play that like that also on the planet. But I've never heard them. You know, some of those variations sounded like Schumann, and it sounded wonderful. So an orchestral transcription of a Bach toccata and fugue, particularly one for the organ, is just wonderful. And then the Chanson Concerto No. 5 for piano and orchestra. Again, a piece I didn't know. I didn't know this. I didn't know the Nielsen piece. This was great. I don't think Sanson is particularly in favor, is he? I mean, yes, but is he? Do people play this in competitions and win? I don't know, but they should, because it's wonderfully virtuosic. It's entirely pianistic. And Jean-Yves Thibaudet, I like him. He does some of those essays or lectures for tone bass. And Debussy, which he played as an encore. He played La Cathédrale Engloutie for an encore, and if anything, that was more revealing than the Sanson. In fact, it was so good that I went online and ordered his recording of the Debussy Preludes, which when they come, I'll do an unboxing, because it's a double vinyl set, and it's designed by Vivienne Westwood, who he knew well and who designed his wardrobe. So he's quite a flashy dresser. It was wonderful. So this was a great concert. I didn't check to see what's in the bar. I've given up on doing that. No one cares. The conductor, guest conductor, Osama Ivanska. And see what we have to learn about Osmo, sorry. Conductor laureate of Minnesota. Okay, it's great. He was I thought he was wonderful. Where is he now? He's doing a bunch of guests. I was here 2 years ago, apparently. Well, good. I like him. I keep looking at these guest conductors and thinking, you know, at some point Honeck's going to retire or move on. Osmo Ivanska might be a bit old to come in. I don't know. Anyway, then 2 weeks before that, 23rd, actually Sunday 24th of March, Hilary Hahn, the wonderful Hilary Hahn. I have whole set of Hilary Hahn records, and most of them are Bach. So all of my Hilary Hahn records are grouped together, but under B for Bach, including this one that I just purchased. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll keep that in. Which has both of the pieces that she played. Sarasate Carmen Fantasy, which was totally engaging, but this Ginastera Violin Concerto, a piece I didn't know because I'm musically illiterate, but holy shit, what a piece. I couldn't believe it. It finished, and it was the second piece in the first half, so it finished and there was an intermission. And during the intermission, I went online and ordered this. It's wonderful, wonderful recording. I listened to it several times on Saturday. Saturday afternoons are my music listening time. My wife is usually out at work, and I'm just here with the dogs. And if I've planned the week right, I don't have anything else to do except listen to records. Also a piece in, I'm going to say one movement. It's not. It's in three movements, but they kind of, it starts with a huge cadenza. Starts with the cadenza. I don't even know how to describe how wonderful it is. It's got wonderful counterpoint, and I mean counterpoint, like timbral counterpoint as well as vocal, the voicing of it. But it's a totally modern piece. Maybe I should study it a bit and say a bit more. For the purposes of these general commentary videos, it is sufficient to tell you that in the last two Pittsburgh Symphony concerts, I've heard two pieces that have really excited me. One of them was this, and the other was that Nielsen recording. So I'm jumping around here. So the concert began James Lee III, Sukkot through Orion's Nebula, which I actually don't remember much of. It's a new piece. It was the PSO premiere. It was written 10 years ago. He's a younger than me. He was born in 1975. I was born in the year 1968. So he's an established composer, and it's a spiritual piece. And this is the thing, right? The piece is 10 minutes, and he has 7 sections. Let's just pick one. Section 4. Previous melodies and motives are developed and transformed among the orchestra. This section celebrates the second coming of God. It's about 90 seconds long. This is a piece, I've said this for every one of the new music, maybe all of them. This piece could have been 50 minutes long. It should have been 90 minutes long. Each of these sections each of these movements the vision is weighty enough that our composers deserve full commissions. Right? If James Lee III had been given a commission to write a 35-minute orchestral piece like the Nielsen Symphony, I mean, he's got the resources. Look at this: a piccolo, 2 flutes, 2 oboes, English horn, 2 clarinets, bass clarinet, 2 bassoons, contrabassoon, 4 horns, 3 trumpets, 3 trombones. It's not small. Piano, celeste, strings, percussion, harp, a lot of percussion. It's a beautiful, colorful piece. I remember that. I don't remember any of the details. You get all those plays together, and then it's like 9 minutes, and you're done. Fuck that. I love Hilary Hahn. I kind of love Jean-Yves Thibaudet as well. It's been a good few weeks at the Pittsburgh Symphony. Let me know what you think. Were you there? Were you at either of those concerts? I just got to say again, I hate the carpets. I hate the carpets. They confuse me. They make it very hard. I have a lot of balance issues, vestibular nervous issues. Those carpets are designed to make me want to puke and then fall over. But I love the symphony. The new season has been announced. I know. Right, I know. Should have had this with me. You can't buy the tickets yet because, but let's see what's on here. You know what? I'll do a second video on the next season and look forward to. There's some good stuff. There's some. There's a bunch of stuff. Oh, Vikingur Olafsson is coming. He's going to play Brahms. Good for him. It's a tough piece. There's some Mahler. What was it? Mahler 4, I think. Bunch of premieres. There's a premiere by Lara Auerbach. I've been looking at her piano preludes recently. That's a commission, so that'll be good. So I'll do my next video. I'll go over the 24 season, and we can all get excited together. We're gonna do the same thing where we get the full subscription piece and go to all of them. Is that right? Is Shostakovich? Oh no. Did you know Shostakovich wrote 15 symphonies? I thought the 10th was his last. Look at this. Osmo Vanska, the guy we just heard, coming back. Tchaikovsky Symphony 5, that'll be nice. Sir Mark Elder, who really heard him do Mahler's 9th last year in DC. He came here and he did some Elgar that was nice. Oh, and he conducted Strauss, Death and Transfiguration. I should stop. I'm starting to ramble. There's a lot going on, and it's all good. So keep your wits about you, and I'll talk to you again soon.